99% of the time, we want to become wealthy or become rich or become, whatever we want to become. But we're not focusing on one thing. We're not really paying attention to what we honestly, truly want to do. We're too busy in looking at these shiny object syndrome tacky things, right? So it's very important to focus on yourself and focus on one thing.
A lot of the world is focusing on what the hyper successful do in the world, like their daily routines. It's quite a big thing. You see on YouTube.
Get ready with me.
Yeah. These people that do such incredible routines that it's like, how have you got that much time in the morning? That's outrageous. It's almost bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I'm sorry. I went there.
Oh my God.
I'm calling it, right? Because we can't have the same morning routine as Warren Buffett and as Bill Gates and all these hyper successful people, because that's not how they started. Don't forget, we're at the bottom of the food chain right now. We're starting our journey of success, and we're here to help break that monotony of life and help you find your own version of success. Welcome back to another episode, guys, with me, Alex.
And me, Adam. Adam, how you doing, mate? You're right.
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, bro. Had a good week again. Loving it. Bit more, as I said, a bit more restrictive due to the work hours this week. But it don't matter.
It on, man.
We're
Ain't
still
nothing but a
here.
thing.
We're still smashing it out. We're still concentrating on stuff for moi, doing stuff for me. Make sure that's priority, and then figuring out what I need to do. But having a grand old time, mate. How was your week? What have you been up to?
Yeah, same again. Just focusing on me, focusing on getting the work done day to day. Make sure I do get at least the bare minimum done again. With the hours we're working in 9 to 5 is a bit brutal, but I'm staying focused.
That's right.
Getting it done. That's all that matters.
That's right. What are we talking about today?
Focusing on the now.
Yeah, boy.
We're going to say, I think this time of year, I think one of the issues, well, maybe not exactly this time of year, we're quite late into January now, but earlier in the year, especially around New Year's Eve and that, people get so focused on what they didn't achieve last year, what they want to achieve this year, and get in a really emotional mixed place because they didn't do anything last year, so they're so driven and determined to do something this year, but they get caught up in just day-to-day life again and just into the same patterns.
Again, yeah.
So I want to talk about why, just focusing on now, focusing on, how many times I've said this, building a brick wall.
Yeah.
Just lay a brick each day of a perfect day, day by day. Just see the success build. Takes time.
Exponential growth.
Exactly that. And it's just, instead of thinking bigger picture, I want to achieve this much by the end of the year, just think, like we said in the last one of 2023, break your goals into smaller bite-sized pieces, quarters, months, or weeks, and you'll achieve so much more.
Yeah.
It's interesting, as I saying, humans can overachieve. They overestimate what they can achieve in a year, but underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
So think, just instead of, again, it's good to think annually, but also think like long term.
Big term, yeah.
Breaking it down.
Yeah. Into
the just daily tasks, like so powerful.
Bite-size options.
Yeah.
And like you said, when it comes to like late December, early January, everyone focuses on what they didn't do. They pay attention to what they didn't do. They didn't go skiing. They didn't do this. They didn't make £1 million in 5 days. And, they didn't all this sort of stuff. And you see all the ads of Greg Secker saying I made £240 million. I went for a swim in the sea. I'm rich as balls. Yeah,
didn't take long to appear on the podcast.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Really sorry. But we have all these things and all these options and opinions of people saying us, you could make £1 million in 4 weeks by doing AI and stuff like this. No offense, guys. Majority of it is a scam. And remember, you need to look long term. And a lot of people, as you said, they don't focus on the now. They don't they diversify themselves too much. They're like, I'll put a piece of myself in stocks. I'll put a piece of myself in wine. I'll put a piece of myself in classic cars. I'll do this, I'll do that. I'll go and help Doris down the road because she needs her shopping. I'll go and help my mum because, she needs her car cleaning. I'll go and help my sons because they're still young. And before you know it, there's no time for you. So we're, as human beings, are diversifying ourselves too much. And 99% of the time, we want to become wealthy or become rich or become, whatever we want to become. But we're not focusing on one thing. We're not really paying attention to what we honestly, truly want to do. We're too busy in looking at these shiny object syndrome tacky things, right? So it's very important to focus on yourself and focus on one thing. Don't diversify too much. The reason that Warren Buffett says about diversification, the reason that Ray Dalio says about diversification and all these other famous investors is because they have 20 billion in assets. They have 50 billion in assets, or Warren has like 360 billion in assets to manage. He can diversify because he's made all that money. It's done. It's green. Let's send it. Whereas us, we don't have 50 billion in assets. So focus on one thing. Don't get too shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome. Think about one thing. Think about focusing it, and again, it will pay off in dividends if you keep at it. So do.
Absolutely, yeah. So interesting you bring up those billionaires and stuff. A lot of the world is focusing on what the hyper successful do in the world, like their daily routines is quite a big thing. You know, you see on YouTube.
Get ready with me.
Yeah. You know, these people that do such incredible routines that it's like, how have you got that much time in the morning? That's outrageous. It's almost bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I'm sorry. I went there.
Oh my God.
I'm calling it, right? Because we can't have the same morning routine as Warren Buffett and as Bill Gates and all these hyper successful people, because that's not how they started. Don't forget, we're at the bottom of the food chain right now. We're starting our journey. They're at the end of theirs. They've made it billionaire status, right? At the beginning, like Bill Gates, we know we did this, and I'm sure you guys know listening because you listened to the special episode on him.
Yeah.
He didn't start by getting up in the morning, meditating, then doing a cold plunge, then having oats and honey.
Yeah, and then chilling and reading for 6 hours.
Yeah. Like he didn't do it. He was so focused and obsessed on getting stuff done that's what led him to be able to achieve greatness. And while I feel like, I'm not saying don't do cold plunges and stuff, but I feel like we shouldn't get caught up in trying to copy them like minute by minute.
Yeah, it's not
same
the
as all
case.
these YouTubers that do the same thing. We can't just do these absurd morning routines. It's good to have a good morning routine. It's fantastic to have one. But don't go thinking because you're doing like everything that Bill Gates has done, you're going to become him.
Yeah, it's not the case.
It's really not the case. So do stuff on purpose. Do it deliberately with intention that helps you, again, build that brick every single day.
Yeah, and it's not a hard thing to do either. Like you said, it's just, again, people focusing too much on the rich that are already rich and they weren't rich what they're doing now. So by all means, like, watch certain things of what they do on a daily basis because you can take away a massive amount. Maybe, like, I don't know, reading at a certain time of day or getting up a bit earlier, or, you know, you can find things that will improve your life, but don't copy it space to space. Everyone is different, so make it your own. Simple as that. Every little routine, every little time, every little, you know, maybe you have 4 kids rather than 2. It's twice as hard. Do you know what I mean? It's so you have to forgive yourself sometime in certain things in certain ways. So just sometimes be easier, but also be aware of what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Another thing I think we've done recently, we've sort of developed this instant gratification brain over the last
awful.
Yeah, over the last half decade, I think it's tenfold got worse. Like we're in danger zone right now. And it's worse since COVID lockdown. But we've sort of got this like dopamine chasing, ADHD breeding TikTok brain that just can't focus on anything for 30 seconds. Or it's got this good tune in the background. It's a minute, fantastic, amazing. But we just can't seem to do it. And I think something that I'm trying to work on myself is increasing that focus. And I feel like that is helping me just day to day, just doing the work for an hour, 2 hours, getting what I need to be done, staying clear mentally, instead of having this fog of so many things to do, like, oh my God, I panic. Oh, I'm just going to go on my phone because it's too much stress.
Yeah,
I need time to unwind on the sofa because I've got a million things going on. Just organise yourself. Spend time. We plan the year like back in January, in December.
Yeah,
we plan the year so we don't have to, like, it's not foggy at the beginning of the year. It's easy for us. It's all clear. We know exactly what we're doing. And it can get foggy during the year. So that's when we go, oh, hold on. We need to reevaluate, replan, just reschedule everything, just go through everything. And I feel like if you've got this TikTok brain, this ADHD breeding, dopamine searching brain, you're not going to be able to do that. And you will just, when it does get just a little bit tough, your reaction is to go to your phone, just start swiping, start scrolling.
Yeah.
And we need to shake that. And if you can do that, I think you're ahead of like 90% of the population.
Yeah. Like you said, again, a lot of people don't pay attention to what they're actually doing now. If you pay attention to what you're doing now. You're on the Instagram, you're on TikTok, you're on Facebook, you're scrolling through, just aimlessly scrolling through for no reason. You're just doing it because it's just a habit. You're picking up the phone and doing it because it's easy. Pass the time, blah, blah, blah. rather than getting your golf clubs out the car, cleaning them, I'm going to go sit down and have a coffee and chill out for a bit, and then you fall asleep watching TV, and it's like, I've just wasted all that evening. It's the thing about what your dad used to say to you. Just do it now, right? Get it over and done with, do it now. And in reality, you end up enjoying what you're doing because it's done. And then you can actually go and do something that is meaningful to you. If it's as simple as clean the house, I don't want to clean the house. But if you do it now, it's done. And then you can go and work on yourself. If you can do this, do the washing, do that, you will have so much time saved in your daily routine by just doing it now rather than doing it, I'll do it after a cup of tea, I'll do it after this. And another big win is social media time lapsing, stopping thing on your phone, right? iPhones have it. I'm not sure about Android, but they restrict your time on social media platforms. So if you have like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever, you can restrict the usage per day and set it to an hour, set it to 2 hours or whatever. Have a look at your screen time on your phone. Figure it out. If you use it 2 hours a day, go an hour a day. It's a big, big chunk. Reduce it to 1 hour a day. But when you hit that limit, it shuts you out and locks you out. You can log in if you really, really need to, but it shuts you out and it goes, actually, crap, I've wasted an hour of my day
already
on Instagram for no reason. I've not learned anything. It is useless to me. Okay, I've seen friends post riding horses and stuff or whatever, but it doesn't really increase my life. It hasn't increased my life. So just limit yourself. And by limiting yourself, you're going to go a lot further in the direction that you want to be.
Absolutely. And I like to think our listeners,
we're not going to have
you guys aren't in the regular group of just being TikTok monsters. Like, you are in the self-development. You're trying to grow as people. So maybe this doesn't all relate to you. Maybe new listeners, you're in that category. You need to sort yourself out. Be honest with yourself. Like, think about it. Like, did you achieve what you wanted to do last year? Are you in a grump because you didn't? Like, now's the year to attack it. Get on top of your finances. Get on top of your work habits and start building something for yourself. Like, it's the year to do it. It's going to be epic.
Do it now.
Do it now. And that, do you know what? That'll ring true with me. Like, it's unbelievable. When I used to say it, I'd get so wound up. But now I'm older, and I have to say it to myself. I just do it now. I can hear him say it in my head. And how many times it just rings true. It's so true.
It is.
It's painful. Like, again, like you said, if you just like empty the bins in your kitchen before you have the cup of tea, just clean the counter before you have a cup of tea. The level of, if you then go have a cup of tea, sit on the sofa, the relaxation is double because that's not looming over you again. You don't have to do this next thing. So get the things done, then have your cup of tea, and you only need 50 minutes to unwind because you are wound. There's nothing stressing you out. You can crack on again. That's another life hack. I'm saying they're doing it now. It's a life hack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just scream at yourself.
So to recap,
talk to me.
We're not doing the shiny object syndrome thing. We don't want it in our life.
Stay focused on your thing and stay on track. Like,
and again, stop over diversifying yourself. Focus on one. If you're looking to become a millionaire through trading or investing, then focus on that. If you're looking to become a millionaire through your shop, focus on that. If you want to buy and sell cars, focus on that. Don't think about.
Cool. If you just want to live a successful life, 9 to 5, living with a happy family, focus on that.
Don't think about Johnny Davidson from Down the Pub's told me that I need to invest in Apple because it's the next best thing. No, focus on what you want to do, and if it's meaningful to you, it becomes important to you, and truly focus on it and go in all in 100%. Don't waver to and from too many things because it's just not healthy for us. So we've done about diversification. We've done shiny object syndrome. What else are we missing? What have we missed? I've missed something. I'm sure I have.
I can't remember what we've been over.
Dopamine.
Yeah. Don't go dopamine chasing.
We want to restrict our social media platforming. Can I just say, I lost my phone. I didn't lose my phone, but for that point, I lost my phone in Barcelona last year, and I lost it on Friday. So when I lost it, I had Saturday, Sunday, and Monday before I could get home and have the social media fix again. Can I just say, it was the nicest, apart from other things, the nicest 4 days I've had in my life of just not worrying about other people. I don't have to worry about people texting people back, or Johnny Davidson down the pub's missed a golf shot, or someone else wants me. I didn't need my phone because I had my book, I had my laptop if I needed to do some work, and it was just so mind freeing. So yes, phones are there to improve our life, but they're also there to sometimes damage our life. So pay very close attention to what you're doing day to day. That dopamine, that instant gratification, the Amazon, stuff like that. Just pay attention to what you're doing. Do you really need it? Is it really now? Is it really what you want? Don't ask yourself those questions. Really, really important.
Don't copy Millionaires. Word for word.
Yeah.
You still doing the recap or what?
No. Yeah, we'll get you. Go.
Oh,
Go.
Don't copy millionaires word for word. While it's good to learn off them, they're fantastic people to work off. A lot of knowledge, a lot of information in there. Don't be copying them day to day like they're living a different life.
Yes, the morning routines.
So is right. If I could make your own one that works for you.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Anything else to add?
I'm good.
I think that's it. Okay, cool. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, links be down below. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and share this podcast. Help this podcast get out there so we can help the world.
Yeah.
Remember, if you haven't already, go over the planning dinger in early Jan, late December. Go over all these episodes. They link, okay? Listen to all 3 from late December to early mid-Jan. They're all, well, right now, they all link. They're all very, very important. And they're going to give you a hell of a head start in 2024. So make sure you listen to all of them.
And if you've got an accountability partner and need an accountability sheet, get in contact. We'll send it over to you.
Yes, it's free. You don't have to pay anything. Just text us, email us, add us on Instagram, and we can share you the link. It is a life change. But for now, guys, have a good week. Smash it, and we will see you in the next one.